Hi students, welcome to the class on chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics is the study of the rate of the reaction and the factors depending on the rate of the reaction. Rate of reaction means the speed with which a reaction can proceed. Consider a hypothetical reaction in which the reactant A is converted into product. Then as the reaction proceeds, the concentration of the reactant A is decreases and the concentration of the product increases. That is, as the reaction proceeds, the A is converted into product. So the concentration of A decreases with time and the concentration of product increases with the time. That is, the rate of reaction means rate of reaction means the change in concentration per unit time. Change in concentration per time. That is, the rate of the reaction is given by change in concentration divided by time. Then we can express the rate of the reaction in two terms, either in the decreasing concentration of the reactant or increasing concentration of product. That is, rate is equal to minus dA divided by dt is equal to plus d product divided by dt, where dA is the change in concentration of the reactant and dt is the change in time, and here the product is the change in concentration of the product. Then consider another hypothetical reaction in which A moles of A react with B moles of B, giving C moles of product C and then D moles of another product D. Then according to the rate of the reaction, rate is equal to minus 1 by A into dA by dt is equal to minus 1 by B into dB by dt is equal to plus 1 by C into dC by dt or equal to plus 1 by B into dd by dt. This is the rate of the reaction in terms of the decreasing concentration of the reactant or increasing concentration of product C and D. But according to law of mass action, the rate of a reaction is proportional to the sum powers of the molar concentration of the reactants. That is, rate is proportional to sum powers of the molar concentration of the reactant. That is, rate is proportional to A raised to x and B raised to y. That is, R is equal to K into concentration of A raised to x into concentration of B raised to y, where K is known as the rate constant of the reaction. Rate constant of the reaction. A is the concentration of B, the reactant A, and B is the molar concentration of the reactant B. These brackets indicate the molar concentration. If there is another reactant C, the rate constant is maybe is equal to, include that term, C raised to Z. Okay. If you can take the concentration of A is equal to concentration of B and concentration of C is equal to 1 mole. That is, all the reactants are in molar concentration, then rate is equal to K. Then the equation becomes rate is equal to K. Then we can define the rate constant. Rate is nothing but the rate constant. So K is equal to R. That is, rate of the reaction or rate constant of the reaction is defined as rate of the reaction when the concentration of each reactant is equal to unity. Molar concentration of each reactant is equal to unity. That is, rate constant of a reaction at a given temperature is defined as the rate of the reaction when the concentration of each reactant is equal to 1 moles per liter. This is the rate constant of the definition for the rate constant of the reaction. Then take the same hypothetical reaction in which A moles of A react with B moles of B and gives C moles of C and D moles of D. You know that the rate of the reaction is equal to K into concentration of A raised to X into concentration of B raised to Y. This is known as the rate law. Rate law or rate expression. The term X plus Y is known as the order of the reaction. Order of the reaction. That is indicated or with a small letter N. X plus Y is known as the order of the reaction. That is, how can we define the order of a reaction? Order of a reaction is the sum of the powers of the concentration of the reactants that appeared in the rate expression. That is the sum of the powers of the concentration terms that appeared in the rate expression is known as the order of a reaction. Suppose rate is equal to K into concentration of A raised A into concentration of B. Then in such case the order is equal to 2. So it is known as the second order reaction. Here for this reaction, then R is equal to K into concentration of A or R is equal to K into concentration of B. That means the rate of the reaction depends only on the concentration of A or only on the concentration of B. In such cases, the order of the reaction is equal to 1. In both cases, the order of the reaction is equal to 1. This is known as the first order reaction. If n is equal to 1, it is known as the first order reaction. Then in another case, R is equal to K into concentration of A raised to 1 and the concentration of B raised to 1. In this case, n is equal to 2. In another case, in the second case, K is equal to A square and B raised to 0. That means it does not depend on the concentration of B. It only depends on the concentration of A. So here also n is equal to 2. And in the third case, K is equal to concentration of B square but not depends on the concentration of A. Even though the reaction involves B, but the rate not involves the concentration of B. So, the concentration of A is also the second order reaction. It means that in such condition, the rate depends on both the concentration of both the reactants A and B. In some cases, even though there is a second reactant, but the rate of the reaction does not depend on the concentration of the second reactant. It depends only on the concentration of the one reactant. If R is equal to K into concentration of A square and concentration of B, in such cases n is equal to 3. It is known as the third order reaction and so on. That is, depending on the order of the reaction, reactions are classified as first order reaction, second order reaction, third order reaction, even as zero order reaction. Suppose for a reaction R is equal to K into concentration of A raised to 0 and concentration of B raised to 0. That means the rate of the reaction does not depend on the concentration of both the reactants. So R is equal to K. So the order of the reaction N is equal to 0. So it is known as the zero order reaction. For a zero order reaction, the rate of the reaction is not depends on the concentration of any of the reactants. That means it is a constant. Rate of a reaction is always a constant value. It does not vary with the concentration of any of the reactant. So depending on the order of the reaction, we can get first order, second order, third order and zero order reactions. Then next we consider what is the unit of rate constant. Unit of rate constant. Then we know that rate is equal to K into concentration of the reactant. For a first order reaction, rate is equal to K into concentration of the reactant. This is the molar concentration of the reactant. We know that the K, suppose K is equal to R by A. K is equal to R by A. Then unit of K is equal to unit of R divided by unit of concentration. Unit of concentration. Here R is the change in concentration. This change in concentration divided by time. Change in concentration divided by time. Here the molar concentration. R is the change in concentration. Okay. So unit of R is equal to, that is the change in concentration divided by time. So this is equal to change in concentration. The unit of change in concentration is nothing but the unit of concentration, that is mole per liter. The unit of time is equal to second, that is divided by second means second inverse, divided by unit of concentration is the moles per liter. So the unit of first order reaction here is represented as K1, which means it is a first order reaction. Unit of K1 is equal to second inverse. That is unit of a first order reaction for n is equal to 1, unit of K is equal to second inverse. Then what is when L is equal to 2? That is for a second order reaction, here R is equal to K2 into concentration of A square. Then K2 is equal to R by A square. Unit of K2 is equal to unit of R divided by unit of A square. That is the unit of rate is not changed, but the unit of concentration of the reactant is changed to its square. It is equal to mole liter raised to minus 1 second inverse divided by mole square into liter raised to minus 2 is equal to mole raised to minus 1 liter second inverse. That is, for a second order reaction, the unit of rate constant is equal to mole raised to minus 1 liter second inverse. Similarly, for a third order reaction, here this is equal to 3, this become A cube and it is A cube, here also it is A cube. So this is equal to mole raised to minus 2 liter square second inverse. Mole raised to minus 2 liter square second inverse. Then in general, for an nth order reaction, the unit of Kn is equal to mole raised to 1 minus n liter raised to n minus 1 second inverse. This is the general formula for determining the unit of rate constant of a reaction. Mole raised to 1 minus n liter raised to n minus 1 and the second inverse. Then for a zero order reaction, for n is equal to 0, K 0, unit of K is equal to mole raised to 1, that is mole, liter raised to minus 1 and second inverse. This is the unit of rate constant for a zero order reaction. So for a zero order reaction, K unit of K0 is equal to, n is equal to 0 is mole, 10⁻⁻1 second inverse. This is the unit of weight constant of a reaction. I stop here. Thank you for watching.